you. I go by the name of Miles Triplett.
And I am Marcel Williams.
Okay, buddy. And today's special guest is
Thank you, Miles.
Hey, man! Yes, sir, man. Jill is my player partner, entrepreneur, man. Like one of my real big inspiration to myself, bro. So first off, if you just look at her shirt right here, just want to open that thing up right there. Boom! It is called Heride. Jill has created a whole rideshare app for women by women.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly, man. So please, first off, just talk about why you even created it.
So Heride is a female-friendly rideshare app. We're based out of Atlanta. I used to drive rideshare when I first moved up here to Atlanta.
Which one did you do?
I did both of them.
Word.
So I did them at night, and mostly women that I would pick up, they would either tell me like they were canceling rides, so they saw the woman's name on the come up as a driver, or they were or they'll ask me to like take their personal number so they can be like, you know, I can just give them cash rides. Yeah. So, you know, I figured out that was an option that people wanted, but the other companies weren't providing it. So I decided to create a company that made that
did
option.
it like that. That is
pure entrepreneurism right there. Seeing a hole in the economy and filling it. Seeing a problem
for you to
it.
freaking do it. Like, and then it's not even, that's not a simple like need. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole, you know, there's only, well actually there are others, aren't there? Like outside of Lyft and Uber?
Yeah, they are. There are other companies outside of them. It's the market is like $100 billion revenue just in the U.S. alone. So
yeah, that's what we call.
There's a huge piece.
Nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of money flowing through rideshare right now.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Is that one of the main reasons? Like, well, outside of the need for it, did that draw you to?
It was the transportation logistics part of it, because during COVID, I was just paying attention to all the companies that were like suffering at the time in terms of just having to be shut down, and anything that needed transportation or was provided transportation, they didn't slow down. So I was like, okay, well, I like this industry. I'm gonna hop into this, and I already had experience in rideshare, so.
Right. So the whole thing is it's an app. Okay, it's a rideshare app. Once again, like I was saying, this isn't when on an entrepreneur. It's not a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's not a printing business or anything like that. Like this is software. Like this is tech. So. Please, like for the audience, like go if you could take us through like the beginning steps of this journey as far as like making an actual app. Now, once again, not a game app. Like this is an app that provides a big service. Yeah. So how do you start if somebody out there who has some bright ass idea or whatever and they want to make an app? Like what's those first steps that you took to making it?
The first thing I did was I trademarked the name. I'm not gonna lie about that. I trademarked the name before I got the app made. Because I thought the name was really good. And then I outsourced the app, so I found a company to build the app for me. Some people...
From where? How'd you find them?
On Google.
Word. Oh. No, look, man, Google is an entrepreneur's friend.
Yes, it is.
A lot of idiots don't understand that shit. Like, man, how'd you do it? Well, my nigga, I literally said,
But it's also the type of app that you want to build. So, like, some people like to build apps that are like other apps. So, that keyword that you will put in Google will be like a clone app. So, you're looking for like a clone app of Uber, or you're looking for a clone app of DoorDash or whatever like that, or TikTok, whatever. So, there are companies that build those. And then you own that source code, and then you go from there. But it's like a very basic skeleton build, if that makes sense.
No, I was confused. Oh, it makes sense to you?
Yeah, I think so. So do you still have to create like the UI and the UX and all that kind of stuff for it and all that?
And you can pay extra if you want all that customized.
Okay,
Okay, well, I'm lost, but I guess y'all.
A little. I ain't no
board
app
with
developer.
What is
you can get an app
UI
made
means,
for
nigga.
a really good price.
Like, what is that? What's UI and UX?
Oh, I'm sorry. So,
y'all niggas just over there. They got the No, nigga, I don't know. What is that?
So UI UX is like how, like when you get on the app, like when Twitter's blue or whatever like that, like that color, or like the certain buttons and the features, like the retweet feature and all those are UX and UI features, or like, I don't know, it deals with UX UI, like what you're looking at is UI UX, and how you what is it, operate or interact with the app is UX, I believe. That's usually user experience.
So how long did it take for? Because from what I remember, I think it was 2019, like when you first launched, right?
Well, 2019 is when I thought of it. March 2020 is when we launched on the App Store, and then 2022 is when we like giving rides for real. Okay. So thinking of it in 2019, like how long did it take for the app to be ready? Like 6 months.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, right. I don't know the time wise.
I don't think
it's not bad. No.
Wow. Well, I mean, that is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
That's not bad. Yeah, you just gotta really make sure you're on the developers' heads about what you want being developed. Make sure they're checking in weekly and stuff like that with you, and you're not wasting your money.
Yeah.
No, big facts.
You can't just like pay your money.
So then why? Okay, so you could start signing up in 2020. Why wait 2 years to start doing rides?
2020 was COVID, so that kind of slowed everything up.
Wait. March 2020 is when it launched. Damn. Okay. I just remembered.
That's horrible.
I just remembered like what happened March 2020.
Yeah, that's when they shut everything down too. I was
like that's the month when it happened.
Yeah,
man.
but shockingly, we went viral that year, like in June. Because everybody was just spending so much time on social media, so much time on the internet. So we hopped in on one of those Twitter trends, and we ended up going viral. I had like 7,000 people sign up that day.
Oh wow!
And then since then it's been like pretty consistent. It was a picture of the business owner and then a picture of the business. That's what people were doing. They were like business. They were like owner and then business or company.
Damn, I missed that trend.
Yeah, missed the hell out of that. It's simple. I could have
exactly right.
Been millionaire right now. Didn't post a picture.
It was crazy how it was like over 7 million people saw it or something crazy.
Wow, that's nutty and super dope. Okay, so was it just the pandemic on why it took 2 years to start doing rides?
Yeah, it was glitches on the app too. I'm very like particular about the app and the way it functions, and so it was too glitchy for me. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so from what I see now, I mean, I only know Devin, but I mean, how did you go about like acquiring a team and expanding like from just doing it yourself?
Just asking straight up. Let's see. Devin came about because I asked. Called
But how did you go for her? Like, has she been doing like marketing type of things or previously?
Not for her ride, but ever since I started the idea, she's been a supporter since like day one. So like no strings attached type thing. Like, oh snap, you got something going. I support you. So I just hit her up and see. Yeah. I just wanted to see if she was interested in getting into tech because I knew what she did outside of her day job. So I was just like, is that something you're interested in? She was like, yeah. So.
I mean, well, that goes back to like we were talking about, being a boss and being a leadership. And one thing about being in that position is you got to be able to identify good people for like certain roles and stuff. So I guess, what I'm saying, whatever you saw previously from her, you identified somebody who would be good in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's a skill. Yeah.
Is there anybody else a part of the team?
Yeah, I got Sierra Norman. She's she helps out with the vehicle inspections, pretty much all over driver intake, all of our driver intakes. And then I have an assistant, Mariah, as well. So small team of 4.
Yeah.
But we rolling.
Wow. But you rolling.
Mm-hmm. Are we allowed to ask how much does an app like that cost? Like a range?
I got mine for less than 10,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How much did you think it was?
I have no clue.
Some people,
$1 million? I don't know. An app? I don't know.
In the United States, I would say some people pay between 20 and like 50,000.
That's kind of what I was. Yeah. Around 50 was what I was thinking. Okay. That's
did you do
cool.
any of it yourself?
Nah.
Dang, you straight up an entrepreneur.
I guess I thought you were like into that like world.
I am, but I'm not coding that much. I mean, I know what's supposed to be there. I know what's not supposed to be there. I can add like a piece of a function here or there. Like, I'm not just out here like
coding the fuck out of shit. Got you. Okay. No.
not at all.
It takes a special individual.
I'm trying to tell you. Getting my
goodness.
degree was extremely hard too, because that's all we did was code, and I was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Damn. So even though you got a degree in it, you still didn't want to dive deeper into that.
You have to have a certain personality type to like coding. It's a different. Like, do I look like I enjoy
honestly
coding?
don't even know what coding looks like.
I know how to do it.
Like, I couldn't even tell you.
But
what's
like,
the
there's
process.
like a personality type that surrounds people that enjoy doing things like that.
All right, like very nerdy motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna say nerdy, just like, I mean, very withdrawn. Like, they wouldn't be doing our podcast. I'll tell you that.
I feel
Somebody that enjoys coding
sound
like
nerdy,
that.
like very lonely
you think
motherfuckers.
video editing is soul sucking at times.
There we go.
So coding is
Coding is more intense than that. So it's just oof.
Damn.
Yeah. It's cool though. I mean, I enjoy. It's like learning a new language. So I enjoy knowing the language and knowing like, oh, I know what this is and I know what that is. But
Okay, so coders are lonely motherfuckers, pretty much. So sorry for you,
but rich
coding people.
Rich lonely people.
I'm trying to tell you, paid.
They make good
It
money
is
though.
a very lucrative
Pay.
fucking thing. Okay, so with doing this, this is your biggest, I guess, business venture, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because previously, which I feel so fucking bad, I have so much beast shit that I was literally wearing the hat yesterday. I completely forgot to bring it today. But you also do have a clothing line called Beast
Yes.
that that you do have.
Oh, okay. I've seen that. Okay. Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
yes,
cool.
this is something.
Yeah,
Man, look,
dang,
Jill,
that's
when I say
crazy.
Yeah.
I have to explain.
You always
to
wearing that
people-
hat. He really is always wearing that hat.
Yes, Miles is low. I'm trying to tell you.
I have to explain to so many because I do live. I always have to explain to people. They always ask, "Are you frat?" And I'm like, no, it's just friends clothing line. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's called.
Love
Beast.
that, love that,
all
love
that
that.
good stuff. But yes, I have to explain. Man, you know what? Actually, this is for me because I gotta cut this clip for social media. When y'all see me with all the beast shit, this is the person whose clothing line it is. Like, I promise you, people always ask me about that stuff, and I'm always saying, "Oh, I got a friend. This is the friend whose fucking clothing line it is." So going from having the Beast clothing line to doing Heride, did you take any of that let me say work ethic as far as doing this? Like, did that help you when transferring it to Heride?
Yeah, I would say that I took the whole like understanding supply and demand into this because you really, really, really have to sell something that people really want. And I would say that like if you buy into this whole like scarcity thing, like it actually works with consumers. Kind of gonna do that with Heride. Probably gonna cap out for drivers. That way we keep like a very quality number and type. I guess personality type of drivers. So if you don't have everybody driving for you, you don't have to worry about that. Grubhub kind of does the same thing.
Oh.
You don't hear too many people complaining about Grubhub because they actually pay them well.
Them and Instacart.
Nah, Instacart, I don't know. They be tripping. I've driven for Instacart. I mean, I've shopped for Instacart. I mean, it's all right, but
I mean, like the
Grubhub.
cap. When you
Every
say-
single time I've gone on Grubhub, I'm like, oh wow, they're like got orders that are like
Everything's
$25,
cool.
and you're driving 3 miles down the road. I'm like, excuse me. I see why the Grubhub drivers are
So
quiet.
what do you mean by cap? What do you mean by cap then? You said
Like capping like the number of drivers in the city, like the number of registered drivers.
okay, that's what I meant by Instacart.
Yeah.
Because I had tried to get on Instacart and they
Oh,
were
yeah,
like,
and be
"We've
on the
reached our
waiting
fucking cap." Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Wait list.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. What's the cap you thinking?
Yeah, what's the number?
I don't know, probably 1,000.
What are you at now?
We are at like 103.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as doing Heride, you're elevating. You know what I'm saying? You're getting your business in mind. First off, just side note, like we relate on a lot of shit. Okay, like truly on. I swear, almost every business post that you post, I'm like, my nigga. I'm going through the same shit. Like, bro,
Exactly.
I understand exactly what the fuck you going through. So with doing this, you're elevating, and I think you had just posted about this, just as far as like the type of people that you have around you, and you had to let people that you didn't even think that you would have to let go in your life, like because of this type of shit. So if you could just expound on that, like what are some of the things that, like, you know, so you don't gotta say names on them, but just specifically on like what happened to where, okay, you knew it was time to let these people go.
It came a point to where, like, I don't know, you start having the conversations that you're trying to have, you can't progress, I guess, in those conversations, or, you know, maybe they're just stuck in a mindset that just isn't aligning with what it is that you are trying to focus on, or maybe they're being a distraction, or maybe they are being malicious, different things like that. Like, those can be the things that deter you away from, I don't know, being continuing to be friends. Shit, I don't know. It's a lot of different things. It's unfortunate too, but
It's very unfortunate.
If you're someone who's like super committed to what it is that you're trying to do, then you have to let them go. You have to cut them off. Like, that's
you
what
do.
Like,
so was it ever, I guess, hard? You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
Was it hard for you to take a look at this person and realize that, damn, you know what I'm saying, I have to do this to continue to grow, like, in my life?
Yeah, because you would think that you can, like, reach this certain point in your, like, career or with your dreams or whatever it is that you're chasing, and you can be like, oh yeah, everybody that started with me is going to be here with me. Well, that's not the case.
That's not the case.
That's very much so not the case, and that's the part that sucks, because you get to watching too many movies and you think it's going to be like that, and it's not like that.
No, correct, man. You want it to be like that, so fucking bad, but...
Yep, so that's the unfortunate part about that.
So what motivates you then? Like,
what motivates me?
Yeah, why you keep going? Is it the money? You want to change the world?
Want to change the world. Want to provide an option that isn't provided. I like doing what it is that I said I was going to do. That's another thing.
Keeping your fucking word.
Goodness. Yeah, very self-motivated. Providing jobs is a thing that I've always wanted to do. Really like Xing off a lot of things in one organization at one time, and I think that I don't know, I just think that this has been an interesting venture for me. I don't know, it's been fun. I watched Silicon Valley. That's the show that I like, kind of like been modeling my journey after. And if anybody's ever watched that show, it's on, or if they're interested in watching, it's on HBO Max. But yeah.
So, okay, so we talked about, you know, developing the app and making the app. And, you know, what the app does. That's literally, I guess, one side to it, one aspect to it. Another aspect to it is the business. Okay, when I say the business, I'm talking about the legalities of it. Like, so you talked about, you know, first thing you did was trademark it. You know what I'm saying? You got all that in order and whatnot. So when it comes to, obviously, if you have 103 drivers, there's paperwork that needs to be in line for all of those people. So what type of paperwork is involved with the company that you have?
So we have background checks and VR reports that we have to do. Outside of that,
do you have to pay for those, or?
Yeah, we pay for them.
Gotcha.
Get them at a discounted rate. There's a different background check service I use. We pay for all of our drivers' background checks and stuff like that.
So what do you, I guess, what on the background check would make you be like, okay, we can't use them?
If you have any felonies within the last 7 years. Georgia got like this law where you can't be a driver or work for any gig company if you have a felony on your record.
Damn.
So if they audit us and they see that it's like a driver with that on their record, we'll get fined.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right, what else?
Is there a big fine?
Yeah. It's like $5,000, I think.
That's enough.
Per person?
Yeah, you got to go.
I'm trying
to go.
All right.
Right,
you got to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like a little bit. You can like, it's the homie. You know, we can just pay the fee. But,
No.
all right, yeah. All right.
Ain't no homie enough, man.
Exactly. If it was like 500,
right. That's what I'm like. You know,
I'm trying to think.
help 'em out.
Like, look, that'd have been the
maybe
driver's responsibility.
Right.
Like,
Or, you know, let them pay.
If we get fined, it's on you, nigga. So I'm gonna need that.
Because you know, you already know what time it is. But yeah, I think it's 5,000.
Okay, so you have the background checks. What else? Legally?
We have MVR reports, so that's the driver vehicle reports. Motor vehicle reports, you can't have anything serious within the last 3 years. So like
an
serious
accident,
meaning like a DUI,
Wow.
open container, I think. think it's like 3 speeding violations within 3 years, which is like 1 every year.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Yeah.
Nigga,
but
what you driving, bro? You want a good driver? I got you.
The interesting thing about the MVR reports is they're not as strict as the background checks, so it's like up to the discretion of the company.
Oh, okay.
And what about after? Because, like I said, I do drive for Lyft, and when I started in 2016. Clean record. I can't say it's still that clean. So
don't they like recheck y'all like every year? Oh.
I don't get no email. Maybe they do and don't tell nobody. But
They could not. I've seen this man drive. Could not be double checking. They could not recheck these things.
Your record is that bad?
No, it's not bad.
Just because you don't get caught.
How many points do you have?
Points. I really don't. I know. I think 2019.
I thought you was about to say 20 points.
20.
There's no way you have a license.
You should be in jail.
There's no way you have a
I
license.
think 2019 was when my points got done. I think I had like 2 over 20 speeding tickets.
Okay.
At that point, and I had an accident on my record.
You got the limit in 1 year. One per year. You got all
Lyft
3 of them.
definitely has not checked you. They have not checked you.
They have
It's
not
really
telling you.
you gotta go, bro. You wildin'.
But I haven't had a ticket since then, so I think all of it's like off of.
And I love the way they kick you off of their platform. They just be like, yeah, so you violated the community rules or our terms of agreement. You gotta go. Basically,
Yeah,
like it's just a simple. Like they don't give you no explanation. They don't say why. They just be like, violated something in the terms.
They should
Go
have said
read the
something
32
2019.
pages.
Right?
That's how it is. Right. You figure it out.
And figure out which one
They
did.
definitely should have said something 2019.
And you
'cause
can't
that
appeal
was-
it. They be like, and you can't appeal it. Bye. I be like, dang.
Cold blooded out
Yeah,
here.
they are. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have the MVR reports. What else?
That's it. The background check. I mean, not the background check, but the application that we actually do. Then we do an actual in-person vehicle inspection. So we meet them in person, meet the drivers in person, make sure that they're the person that applied online and everything.
Do you
like
do
that.
them?
Yeah, I do them. Yeah.
Okay. So
I bet they do.
so that's because I'm trying to think of the process like I went through with Lyft to sign up, but I mean everything is. I guess I didn't really apply or anything. I guess there wasn't too much paperwork on my end, so I'm curious on I guess the other end if there was.
Everything's through like a digital, like not integrated into the app just yet, but it's through like a digital. What is it like a sign now? Like a
DocuSign type thing.
DocuSign type.
Got you. So I mean, even with that, like somebody has to be over that. Like somebody has to set like all of that type of stuff up. Like the day-to-day operations with the business. You're the one like taking care of all of that.
Me and my assistant, she helps me.
So what are the day-to-day operations?
Checking drivers, checking drivers, scheduling to see if they need or if we need any vehicle inspections to do. So they sign up on Calendly. So I check like the Calendly every morning, or it's synced up to my calendar. It shows me if anybody signed up.
Yeah,
the dates and times that I'm available.
This was synced to your thing as well. Like when I was going and I saw your calendar, like I don't know if I should be saying this. I felt kind of like I'm fucking peeking into you. I'm like, I'm gonna just unview. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you can see my calendar?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's insane.
I don't know if she should have that up for everybody to see.
I need to change the settings. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because you were the third person I sent like a Google invite to, and it didn't pop up for everybody else. But then on yours, it was like, oh, Heride is what you talking about? I'm not doing that, bro.
This way you can see all my stuff.
For real, man.
That is,
Like
pretty
Jim,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Like all that, bro. What is the knife? You gotta compact my. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was looking at it like, dang, that's real, bro. Like that's dedication for real, bro. That's the lifestyle
funny.
right there, man. What's it? 5:30 a.m., bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Man, like what, bro? That is
I can't do it. It's about my bedtime.
fucking.
I am OD. Yeah. That's why I was like, I had looked down. I was at my house when I I got the alert from my phone. I was like, oh, shoot. I said, let me get over to the other side. Thank God I was only 5 minutes late. I swear to God, if it's not in my calendar,
I feel you.
It's a wrap.
No, you're right. Because the girl we had before you, she said the same. She didn't make it. She said the same thing. No. It wasn't in my calendar.
You that's not how you sent a nice calendar invite.
Yes, but I was just like, I don't have my email notifications on. Well, damn it, woman.
What are you doing with your life? You don't have email notifications?
What do you what? He said so much stuff comes to it.
Crazy.
Well,
I'm starting to check my emails. I check my emails more than I check my text messages.
Man, my emails is that's like that's
stay checking.
If you running a business, like your emails is
God is good.
Yeah, heavy on that shit.
Exactly. You gotta check
Money's
them.
in the emails,
not the text messages. All right.
That real money come through the notifications. You right. I got man. Right. Okay. So we took care of the software side, the business side. So now the marketing side and getting it out to the people and getting people to sign up. How is that going? How are you going about doing that?
It's been fun. Devin's over that right now, but I can pretty much,
Which, shout out to Devin. We all went to school together.
Devin, we did.
I'm very happy to see Devin doing that because that was our major, like mass communication major. So to see her actually doing it with, a friend, with somebody who I personally believe in, she believes in as well, like that's just so fucking dope.
It's lit. So we Devin was part of the earned media campaign that we did last year. So us being on the news and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
all the
a lot of good publicity.
Yeah, she pitched all that. So that was all her. And then this year, we started off on the Porsche show, and so we pretty much are simulating doing the same thing with the grant money that we got. We're using some of that money to do a press release once our airport integration is finalized, and then
that's nice.
Doing like a nice little official press release to a whole bunch of outlets.
How long do you think that's gonna take?
Airport thing? Hopefully like 2 weeks. Really trying to like rush that. I've been on the folks' neck about it.
I think I remember seeing that. Like that's gonna be fucking huge. Like,
it's lit. I gotta get loud on that one. That's lit.
For real, man.
Yeah, for real. That is like that. Yeah, Hartsville, the busiest airport in the world.
Yes, bro.
The amount of rides that are gonna come through there just alone are gonna be.
Man,
are you able to put up advertising there?
Yeah, we'll be able to.
Man,
isn't that
what?
crazy?
Yes,
I'm talking about big ass banner, bro. Like what?
It's gonna be right in the Raj area, right when you right in the what is it? Where you get your luggage? Pick up that area.
Baggage claim.
Baggage claim. There we go. Yeah, that area and stuff like that.
Man, hell yeah, Jill. That's
good. Yeah.
Fucking right, bro.
Yeah. So we're looking for our big first check writer. Trying to raise like $1 million, and if we can get somebody to write that first big check, then raising the rest will be a lot easier.
What do you mean writing that first big check?
So you need somebody that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll invest $150,000, $200,000, right? Then you can go to other people and be like, so I'm raising money, so and so, and they be like, oh, has anybody else raised? I mean, has anybody else, invested? And you'd be like, oh yeah, so and so has.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, they'll be more inclined.
Right, they won't be the first one.
Yeah, everybody don't want to be the first. I don't know what it is about that, but they said people don't want to be the first.
So what do you say? This is just like period for the business, like as a whole?
Yeah, you got to. The reason why we got to raise is because we got to spend the money on marketing and advertising. That's pretty much what these apps do is they spend majority of their money on marketing and advertising. That's why you know who they are, what they do. That's why you see them everywhere. So our biggest two competitors, they had about $1.5 million to play with before people knew who they were. And so we've been doing a really good job with traction and stuff like that without having that money. But we had that money. It's
right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, I remember in 2019.
We started in Atlanta first, so.
Yeah, one of the best cities to fucking start in. This is one of the best cities for rideshare, man. On everything, my nigga. Yeah. Even during the pandemic, like, it was good. So, but.
It was. The food was good.
No, yeah, like this.
Doing food delivery and everything.
Man, what food and the grocery delivery, that was, It's a lot of niggas was out here rolling in the dough, nigga, doing Instacart and fucking Grubhub. Man, what you making so much money? What you do? Instacart, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you,
They
was giving that extra money. People were spending it straight on Uber Eats and Instacart. They was tipping the folks like $10, $15. Craziness.
Hey, he was
Bro,
like that.
I swear to God, yeah.
Niggas was frivolous.
Yes.
Niggas was frivolous.
Yeah, they were spending,
with that money.
yes, very frivolously.
Oh my fuck. So speaking of that, so how has it been like gaining the capital for the app? Because also, I mean, we're friends on Facebook, so I remember you doing like the family and friends like investment portion.
Yeah, we raised almost $40,000 for that one. That was dope.
Which is honestly, I know for a fact I couldn't do that. I don't have 40 motherfuckers who would invest $1,000 each.
Yeah.
That's a great circle you got around you, because
It is.
ain't no way I'm gonna be like, hey guys, all right.
But
I
you know,
just
that's
need $1,000 from everybody.
That's after we were on the news, after Essence. After
yeah, it wasn't like the
Traction.
actual like
Yeah,
start,
it wasn't like the
start
first
and
week
everything.
I said, hey, I'm doing
Yeah,
this. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, here's the money. Nah, it was 3 years later. People was like, oh, yeah, we actually believe you now. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, bet.
Yeah. But yeah, that's still a blessing.
But
to
yeah,
be able
it is
to-
a blessing. It is a blessing. I'm not going to like, yeah. So we did the family and friends round, did almost 40. Now we're trying to raise $1 million. We're applying to these different accelerators that like write checks between like 50 to 150,000, right? If you get an accelerator, it's like 12 weeks or maybe 6 weeks or something like that. And
What, like how long it takes to get the money?
nah, kind of, because they give you half up front and half when you finish.
So what do you mean?
They invest in your company, so they invest
So
in your
like a
company.
loan?
You participate in their program. It's like not a loan, but like
What's their program?
it's like I don't know, like if you're going into business, working for like Wall Street, it's like their little program, like the little internship that they do before they actually put them on the floor to trade. I don't know if that makes
Hey,
sense.
the
give
fact that
you
you
money?
even know about this is what?
You're like,
Hey, you
I don't know
finna take
what
off.
you're talking about.
you got what
They
it
got
takes.
internships at the Wall Street joints. That's what's up. Yo.
But okay, so
Dang.
you do that, and then they give you the 50 to 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you like participate in their leadership classes, and they help you with your business model and help you like understand what cap tables are and equity and how much equity you need to be given, and if you're trying to attract tech talent, instead of paying them salary, how much equity would you pay them? Things of that nature, how to pitch better, all this good stuff.
That's that Shark Tank stuff. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's like Shark Tank. Yeah, there you go.
So do
sound
you
cool.
have a program?
There's a few that are interested in us. We just did a final interview for one. I may have to live in Tulsa for 3 months. That might be dope. I hope we get into that one, because I would love to be in Oklahoma for 3 months. That would just be great.
I don't think
I can quit my
everybody's
job
ever
and get into it.
I don't know if anybody's ever said that to me.
I know.
I
know.
Like,
But
what's happening in
like,
Tulsa?
because I know that Tulsa has a great rideshare market. I know it's
okay.
big, vast. I know people drive cars out there. I know everybody ain't.
Gotcha.
I know it's not walking distance everywhere.
So you just said something that is also intriguing to me about like quitting your job. So doing all of this, you still have a 9-to-5 job.
I do. I work 2 9-to-5 jobs actually.
What in the world? Goodness gracious.
I just started it though. It's not like I've been doing. I don't know. So like I work my 9-to-5 and then I'll be doing like Instacart or Grubhub or something like that in the afternoons, evenings. But like I legit have like 2 9-to-5s right now. Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. So a lot of people have an personal issue with like doing a 9-to-5 job and then still trying to, go after their goals and their dreams or whatnot. What advice could you give to people who have those skepticisms?
Well, if you want to starve, that's your business. But
Dang.
I'm not gonna be broke.
Straight up.
I have things to pay for.
Hey, cold blooded.
And it's like a consistent thing. I've also been like making money since I was in high school. So I was selling candy in high school.
Come on now.
And so I was making a certain amount of money every day,
man.
and then that's like with no bills. I should
You
have
one
been
of
better
the
at
few
saving.
people who.
But I'm used to just like I'm supposed to like, oh, you're supposed to be making money. Like,
You one of the few people who I've ever heard say that. I think I remember seeing you say that either like on Facebook or on Instagram. But I used to do the same.
We got busy.
Middle school, I had a whole 6th grade, 11 years old. I had a whole like company. Like I had like 3 motherfuckers under me, and we was selling candy and school supplies.
Man,
like it was a whole trap for real, bro. Like I was making money.
The security guards are taking our bags from us, like confiscating us.
I got suspended twice.
Oh dang! No, I didn't get suspended.
Yeah, no, they got.
My mom worked for security for the board of education, so like they were like wouldn't mess with me, I guess to that extent, but they were like fuck with me. It was weird. I was like.
Nah, niggas,
I just
got
wash
sloppy
cars and cut grass. These guys running stings. And,
I'm talking about, and you know they banned candy when I was in high school. They banned like sugar products. They was putting nothing but diet free shit in there, right? And so everybody hated that. We brought them white chocolate Hershey's up in there. Oh man, and in the wintertime I would leave them in my car overnight. They'd be super cold. Oh my god. We had kids that were buying from us every day. I'm trying to tell you, see? We had kids buying from us every day. I was making like $60, $70.
Bro.
So imagine having like $60, $70 in ones every day.
Nigga, what?
As a 16, 17-year-old.
I had to hide so much money from my parents, bro.
I didn't have to pay for gas. I mean, my mom didn't have to pay for gas for my car. She was just like, you need gas money? I'm like, nope. I was like, no.
Bruh,
that's
I used to be traveling, all type of shit.
Nigga, I was flipping pens, paper.
And this is no exaggeration.
Journals,
I paid for all my prom stuff. I was on homecoming court that year, paid for all that stuff. My mom didn't have to pay for anything. She was just like, oh.
Well, this goes back to our conversation. If it's in you, nigga,
if it's in you,
it's in
some
you.
things cannot be taught, man. Some things just have to be in you.
I look back at that story like, bro, I'm 11 years old. Like, I was really running a whole, like, these niggas was getting on the bus giving me, you know, what they made that day. Man. I'm taking the profit, splitting it up and giving it to them. I'm 11 years old doing this shit, bro.
Trying to tell you.
Like, bro.
Get into it.
Like, it's some things that can't be taught, and some shit is not for fucking everybody. That shit was in me. This shit was in her, bro. Like, it's, hey man, if it's in you, it's fucking in you.
That's what I gotta say about people that don't want to work. I mean, if you don't want to work, that's on you. If you got people that'll take care of you, that's even better. I wish I had that option. If I had that option, I probably would take it. Right. That's an extremely great option to have. If you also have the option to not pay rent anywhere, and it's like not where you're annoying somebody, take that option because rent is expensive on any level.
Stupid expensive.
You know, just make your room your little safe haven, whatever you need to do. But yeah, like stack up as much money as you can. But yeah, I still work my 9 to 5 because I'm not comfortable leaving my job yet. But I could kinda if I wanted to. But
what would make you comfortable?
Revenue wise for her ride, we would have to be making completing a certain amount of rides every week.
I feel.
Yeah, that would be. Then I'll be comfortable. But outside of that, raising the money, if we hit our goal, I will leave my job. Yeah. Okay.
So what you want to do with the company? You want to sell it, or you trying to change the world, stay in it?
I don't know. Trying to work as long as I can in it. Would love to be bought out. That wouldn't bother me. I would entertain a buyout. Billions would be the conversation. I don't need anyone to ever even think they could play with me.
Not even like 500 mil.
No.
That's a lot of money.
And you would like, I know, right?
This nigga would sell for 50 million.
That's crazy. I would like, oh man, I wouldn't even want. That would be terrible because I would literally, I would deny it. Terrible. I can't have my brother in the room for that for real because he would be super upset if I like.
A lot of people who don't understand would be if they're in that room and they're like, "Hey, we like to buy it for 150 million." You look at them like, "Nah, that you
not fucking, me, but I feel you.
You fucking trying me because you know you've done the research. Yes, you know what this shit is motherfucking worth. Like, no, you know that they're fucking trying you.
Billion, so I would love to, because I'll walk away from that and figure out something else to do
on everything. Right, and that's what a lot of people don't understand about business. Like, it's building a business. You build a business certain businesses, you build a business to be able to sell that business. If it's not something you're super like, I would never sell SVS. Like, that's something, that's my passion, you know what I'm saying? But if I built some other kind of business and, you know, it became lucrative, I'm building it to sell it. You know what I'm saying? I'm building it to sell out and then get that profit out of it.
I want to get into the private plane industry after this anyway, so I would want to sell at a price where I could like buy, afford like planes, and do all that. It's gonna be like female pilots, and it's gonna be great.
No, yeah, that's a good business too. Okay, last question before we get out of here. I just want to ask you this because I'm curious on your perspective of it. How do you feel about relationship podcasts? Shut the fuck up!
Yo, I just be randomly ranting, right? And it's crazy because I used to keep them reserved to my stories, and I just make reels now. But yeah, like, to stop making them. Like, I just really wish that I've been listening to podcasts since no bullshit since 2000. With the Read, it just did 10 years. So was that 2013? 2013, I've been listening to podcasts, and I was like on the yard in my headphones, listening to podcasts. So I've been listening to podcasts very, very early on, and the thing that makes podcasts unique is the talking points of what it is, the subject matter of the podcast. So there's a lot of girls that are interested in the crime ones because those are interesting. Like, I listen to Sisters Who Kill. I'm not even someone that listens to like crime stuff like that, but I like the two sisters because they're actually sisters. They both talk. I think they are. Hopefully they are. I think they are. I don't know. See, that's not. I don't know. That may not be important.
Two girls.
But they're two black girls. They do different. They go and read through different like stories about women that murdered somebody. They may have murdered multiple people. They may have murdered one person. Yeah. So it's just like a crime story or whatever. But the way that they narrate the story is interesting. So you have to be unique. It's called Sisters Who Kill.
Sisters to Kill.
No, Sisters Who Kill.
Sisters Who Kill.
Mm-hmm. Sisters Who Kill. And so I listen to stuff like that. Like I said, The Read. I listen to Condeem and DeVal, like the two married couple. I listen to that one. That's a relationship one, but they've been married and together for like 20 years.
So I mean, what is it that? Because don't get me wrong, like
what is it?
It's a tremendous amount of fucking relationship podcasts.
I think everybody's just trying to like hop on to like the next big thing. Like Joe Budden signed that big deal, and so people are just trying to do podcasts that are similar to his, or people are just trying to make content that is similar to the next big the last big deal that was signed when it comes to podcasts.
I mean, like relationship wise, like
I don't know. Relationship wise, I just feel like people don't know what else to talk about. Shit, so they just talk about.
Hey. Lowering that bar.
Yeah, like it's like they don't have anything else interesting to talk about, so it's almost like bar talk in a sense. Definitely, like, and I don't spend a lot of time in the clubs or bars, but that's what I would imagine the conversation as being held if I worked at a bar, at a club. Yeah, that type of conversation would be being.
I agree with you. Like, I'm not that person, but it's what reason I feel like a bunch of people are doing it and why it's kind of the hottest topic is because. It is bar talk, and a lot of people do go to the clubs. A lot of people do go to the lounges and bars and stuff. And this is what.
So they're supposed to making money off these podcasts for real?
Well, it depends on what you call money. But
okay. That's true too. They selling their companies for billions and things, but you know they making.
I'm
money, I guess.
I'm not being an asshole about it. I'm being serious. Like, are people really making money? Is that why people are doing this? Like, I'm assuming.
It depends.
I don't know why.
Because I never wanted to start a YouTube. I know how hard it is to get views, and I'm like, man, I'm not about to do all that. Like, it got to be a whole presentation now. Like, it's not even just get on the mic now and you just talking no more.
No,
like,
definitely.
It's dead.
You got to put some fucking work.
I'm trying to tell you got to have a nice camera now. If you're not having a certain camera,
I would say the bigger ones. Okay. Definitely. No, you're definitely making well over 6 figures.
Yeah, I mean it depends on your subject matter. Like that relationships talk.
But you know what's crazy about that? No matter how much money you make, when you're lame, you're still lame. That's why they still have the subject matter to talk every week because their relationships aren't getting any better. Their lives aren't getting any better outside of the podcast.
The same shit.
Wow. They may be making more money, but no one's still checking for them, and it's pissing them off because now they have the money and they still don't have what they want, and it's like, well, it was never about the money. Now you're learning. So, continue to make them. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not listening to them. So,
me either.
I swear to God, I'm not checking in for those.
Oh my goodness, man. Okay, so this was Jill. Please let them know where can they get Heride at?
So you can download Heride on all App Store platforms. So the App Store, iOS, type in Heride, is HER with one R. IDE. And so you got Heride, you got the driver app that's still on there, and then the customer app. The customer app is light purple. So you can download that on the Android, Google Play Store as well. We have a website, www.heride.com. And you can find us on all social media platforms at Get Heride. Again, one R in Heride.
Heride.
Paid too much money for that.
Wait, that's so true. But
Yes, one R.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hold on. Okay. Because you're...
Yeah, don't be up here typing
Yeah.
2 R's.
2 R's.
You're,
When you need me, that's going to get you. I'm sending Devin. She going to get you.
What is... Your the email was the Heride, right?
No, Get Heride.
Get Heride. Okay. Mm-hmm. There we go. It fucked me up because I was like, if you read it differently, it's like get the ride. Or get the ride.
Mm-hmm.
That's what when you show me the shirt at first, it threw me off but now that you're telling me, I got you.
Yeah.
But it did throw me off.
It does say get the ride, but
Okay. And then I read it different. Like, oh, it's the Heride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll take that later.
Okay. All right, man. Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in to the lab. This is Chemistry. My name is Miles Triplett.
Marcel Williams.
And we will check y'all next time, baby.
Adios.